Abergele is a small town in North Wales, holding a variety of unique historical and cultural buildings and so forth, such as Gwrych Castle in the far distance that you probably can't see. So we are going to take you on an in-depth dive through some of Abergele's most well-known historical buildings. Shall we begin? This train station, like many across the UK, brought some essential things to this town, such as traffic, tourism. It helped the town grow. But fortunately, in August of 1868, a horrible tragedy happened. The worst railway incident in British history happened, where 33 individuals died during a crash here at the station. On a more positive note though, how about we ask the locals?
I am from Abergele. I've lived in Abergele all my life, and I've always enjoyed living in Abergele as well. Yeah, it was a strange one really. It was like, it wasn't real for me at the time, because me and my partner lived quite close to the castle. So I definitely think it helped at the time, because obviously we were in the first middle stages of COVID pandemic then, and everything was a bit strange, but it definitely brought people to the town. I think it helped a lot of our local, shops and businesses. Yeah, at the time definitely did. I think it's died off a bit now, but people were, obviously the town, well, some of the town made quite an effort to participate in the whole thing by putting up pictures and the bugs and Anton deck in the windows and things like that. So they made the most of it, which I thought was a good idea at the time. Not really. I know that it's obviously been restored quite a bit over the years. It needed it, because when I was a child we used to go up there and just hang around, and it used to be very derelict, and we used to light fires and do what typical teenagers do and things like that, and it was quite dangerous as well. And it used to be used for loads of events in the past, like jousting and car festivals and things like that. I know people that got married there as well, so it was at some point a wedding venue, but I don't know much about it though. Yeah, my partner actually, yeah, a couple of times he's seen things, yeah. Like the white lady. There's a white lady rumour, isn't there? People have seen her, and there's been a few other stories, but I definitely believe that it could be potentially haunted, because I believe in all that sort of thing.
About Lord Dundonald and the castle, things like that. Looking through there's been a few quite books about the town, done by Mark Baker, who took over the Castle Trust and stuff, and things like that. I think it could have brought a lot more. I think it died a bit after. There's a big, when it was on, there was a big. It was bring so much to town, but it hasn't really. There's still a lot of empty buildings and stuff, which I wouldn't have expected. I think it peaked a bit, and then it just died off. You see a difference in the 6 weeks holidays with people around. The school kids coming to go around the castle and the farm and things like that, but other than that, not great about now.
Hopefully I know quite a lot about the castle and the Countess, because the Countess, after her divorce and upon her death, in her will, bequeathed quite a lot of money to the town of Abergele, and a lot of her wealth built the town of Abergele to what it is today, from the almshouses to the community centre that's now closed, that was a school for the poor of Abergele. So the Countess and the castle have quite a huge impact on the town.
Gwrych Castle isn't a very old castle like many other castles in the North Wales region, but it still holds a very rich history. It was built back in 1812 and 1822 by the Hesketh family, and over the years it was passed down from generation to generation, and eventually you would end up in Mark Baker's hands today, thanks to his trust. Now, welcome back. Now, this castle has had its ups and downs throughout the years, but one thing that's always stayed the same is their guests. That's right, ghosts.
Yes. Yes. And in fact, my eldest son volunteered there, and he was in the chapel, and they at the time had a dragon in the rafters, and if people were coming down, his job, he was dressed as a knight, and his, to press the button to make it smoke and roar when children came in. And there was a quiet period, and he thought, I'll just nip out for a cuppa. And he thought he heard somebody, so he popped his head round the door, and there was nobody there. And he thought, this is really bizarre. And he turned round, he said he just saw something out the corner of his eye, but to the point where he went really cold and knew it wasn't a person, because he'd just been up there. But in a very similar spot, it's as you come down the chapel stairs, you go up a couple of stairs and round to go through into the chapel area. There's a corridor, and it's there. Whenever I'm in there, I feel very uneasy, very cold, and there's an eerie feeling. But I've had a positive feeling there, because many years ago, I think it was 2018, it was before COVID, I had the opportunity to be in the chapel on my own, decorating it for Christmas. And it was really bizarre, because I'd cleaned this big window that hadn't been cleaned for years, because the chapel had just been made safe again. And as I'd done it quite Victoriana and very traditional, and decorated this window, and I'm stood there looking, feeling quite proud of myself. And I felt as if there was somebody stood next to me, and I turned and there was nobody there. But it was quite a warming, almost as if somebody was admiring it with me, saying, you've not done a bad job there. But it was, but I couldn't explain it. But it didn't feel scary. It was unnerving, but not. It's like getting a seal of approval off somebody from the past kind of feeling. So yeah, I have. I do know people that have seen and heard things as well.
I could talk much more about things like the Abergailly Rugby Club here, or maybe even the castle again. But unfortunately, that's all the time we have for today. So, hope you enjoyed, and we hope to see you next time.